Hey guys, James here today, and welcome to another house building video. This one is called Swing, which the reason I call it that is because the house is sort of a cantilever design. As you can see, like the sort of left-hand side of the house sort of hangs over, and that's kind of like the cover for where you park your car. So you park your car underneath of that like left-hand portion of the house, which I thought, for one, was pretty cool. And swing, I believe, was it was a translation of cantilever into some language. Probably a few, but it was one of them. And I thought, hey, that's actually a pretty good word / name. But presumably in that language, it wasn't pronounced swing, but it's whatever. Anyways, yeah. So this is kind of like cantilever, modern styled house. Also, you can see right now I'm having a lot of trouble with the lot because for some reason the lot wasn't flat. And when you don't have a flat lot, it creates a lot of problems. So just doing the simple house, like the simple house roof and the design took way longer than it should have. And initially, the goal I set out with here was to make a starter home. A starter home under $16,500 was my goal. That was my initial goal, which I quickly surpassed and was like, hell, I don't care. Let's just build this house how I want to do it. So it didn't end up anywhere near being a starter house. Like at all. Yes, just choosing the colors now. I really love that sort of stone pattern that I've put on that sort of middle rib, I guess, if you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call it, but a middle kind of rib that goes through the house. That's that sort of, I don't know, it's got that really nice sort of wavy stone pattern. I think it looks awesome. And I've gone for this sort of deep orange color. It's kind of like a blood orange color, I guess. I don't know. I really like that color orange. I think I may have gone a little overboard on using it in the end. But hey, I thought it looked quite nice, so I rolled with it. Besides, it's not too hard to change. Now, this house uses only 3 stuff packs. It doesn't use any expansions. It uses town life stuff, I believe, outdoor living stuff, and high-end loft stuff, which incidentally have very nice modern items, which is why I use them. I was going to use the base game and one expansion for this house, but then there wasn't any expansions that I really wanted to use. I wanted to use the sort of stuff packs for this, so yeah, I did. Anyways, yeah, so it doesn't require too much, which is really good. No store items, I don't think. There might have been 1 or 2. Did I put stuff? I can't remember if I put a store lights in or not. I don't think so. I don't know. In any case, it'd probably be 1 item or less. But it wouldn't really make a difference in the long run anyways. Yeah, so we got on the upper floor, we got that sort of dark, like almost black wood, dark grey wood. I thought it looked really nice. This house is kind of going through that sort of grey, dark grey, white. It's kind of like, well, I guess grayscale and orange is the colors you'd call it, I guess, because that makes a little more sense. So it's got that really nice sort of, I don't know, contemporary kind of feel in terms of colouring. Because I've noticed, or at least this is what I think anyway, a lot of contemporary builds in the real world are sort of basic colors, and then there's usually one sort of bright color or one color that stands out. Maybe more so in apartment blocks. I've seen a lot of apartment blocks lately that are just like gray or white or whatever, and then they have like a bright orange or a red or yellow or something like that. It's kind of weird. Kind of looks nice, but it's different. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of where that sort of pop of color came from. And if I didn't do that as well, it would have been really, really gray. I mean, the kitchen downstairs did end up a little more grey than I would have liked, but hey, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so the upstairs floor plan is kind of where the party's going on. You have the bedroom and the bathroom and the living area, which has the TV, sofas, computer, bookcase, etc. I changed the color of the wood floor back because I figured that was just too much grey at the end of the day. The floor was way too grey. I had to do at least a little bit of life in the patterns, and I got around to that in the end. Yeah, so just doing the wallpapers now. Pretty simple wallpapers, mostly just that sort of white, sort of stucco texture, and then that sort of orange accent wall on the bathroom area, which I thought looked quite good. I was going to do it as an ensuite, but then I didn't, because the master, well, I guess the bedroom, it's kind of cramped as it is. There's not too much room in this house because, like I said, this was initially designed to be a starter house. worth less than 16,500, which is why I kept it small, because like this has to be small if it's going to be affordable. It didn't end up being affordable by any means. It ends up costing it. Well, I guess the realistic price is 69,000, but then I also put a car in, and the car bumps that price up to 154,000, which, as you can tell, is a slight ways off from the 16,500. Oh, I just remembered what the store content was. It was the Art Deco windows from Roaring Heights. I used them just above the kitchen counters because I wanted windows above the counters, but I couldn't really find a nice sort of modern window that sat above counters that would fit nicely. So in the end, I kind of just bit the bullet and went with the Roaring Heights windows. So if you have Roaring Heights, then it will look good. If not, you might have to change the windows up a bit, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And you can see here I'm picking windows, can't find any. There we go. Just used the Art Deco Roaring Heights because I thought they fit really nicely. They got the same sort of feel that this house has. And like I said, you'll see this house. Oh, I also spent a lot of time doing the counters, I think, and lights as well. I don't know. I spent a lot of time just trying to pick objects that fit in all right. Yeah, the kitchen ends up grayer than I wanted it to be, but it's all right. No, because I initially did have like more accented orange, but then I was thinking there's too much orange in here. Let's take it out of it. Let's turn it down. And then when I was taking the screenshots, I looked at it, I was like, now this is really gray. But at the end of the day, it's functional. It works. I think it looks pretty decent. I'm happy with it. And this was never like a really involved build. As you can tell, it didn't take me very long because the actual video isn't very long. This was kind of more just a relaxed build. It was just nighttime, 9 p.m., feeling a bit tired, wanted to build something. So I thought, yeah, let's do a starter home. And then it got a little bit more involved than just a starter home, which is fine. I got a nice long pool at the back. I chuck on a diving board and ladder. Ladders are always useful. You don't need ladders. I went with that nice dark sort of blue color on the pool. And the same color that Arthur used on the Palm Cove speed build on that pool. Because, I don't know, that color, that dark blue on the pool just looks really, really nice. I don't know, it just makes the water look really cool. It's just a really nice color, so I went with that. Here is my favorite barbecue set ever, with those sort of outdoor counters and that matching barbecue, and you have a matching stove. I don't know. It's just a really good outdoor set. If you don't have outdoor living stuff, it is a really, really nice set if you want like outdoor living stuff, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Like it comes with, I think this table is from it as well. Has these outdoor seats as well. They're really nice. That whole barbecue set. It's like a full kitchen set, more or less. I think there's a hot tub as well or something. There's quite a few things. It's a really nice pack. One of my favorites, I would say. Definitely. Anyway, so this backyard area is fenced off from the front, so you do kind of have to go through the house. I mean, you could just walk around the fence in reality, but hey, we're not in reality. So, yeah, you Sims can just walk around the fence, but the idea is it's sort of separate from the front. And what was I going to say? Yeah, the lot size. The lot is 20 by 15, so it's a pretty small lot. Like I said, I was trying to keep the size down and keep it pretty small and affordable. I mean, I kept it small, but affordable, no, I didn't achieve too well. Working on the kitchen now, obviously. So we got those counters in there. Oh, I've gone back out to the barbecue area. The counters weren't supposed to be that grey now that I think about it. Yeah, like I said, everything ended up kind of grey in the kitchen. But, yeah, it's a bit late to change it now. In hindsight, I should have changed the colours up a little bit, but I didn't, so... Ugh. Anyways, moving on from that little bit of an oversight on my part. Anyways, yeah, so doing a kitchen, the little stools in there. I was trying to find a modern sort of bar stool that doesn't require extra expansions, because one of the things I pay attention to more now lately than I used to in the past is if I use an item from an expansion pack or something like that, then I will try and use more from that expansion pack than one bit from everything. Because if you have one bit from everything, then that's kind of annoying. But if you just pick a pack and go with it, say if I use like one item from University Life, I'll try and use more just to make that requirement worthwhile, if that makes sense to you. That's what I'm trying to, more so now than before, I'm saying, is like trying to be more conscious about what packs I use and all that, because like I say all the time, I know not everybody has everything. And of course, it doesn't matter what expansions or stuff packs you do or don't have. You can download every single house and it will still work, so long as your game is fully updated. If it's not fully updated, you might get compatibility issues. But as long as your game is fully updated, you can download any lot disregarding the requirements of it. And it won't be a problem. I mean, the Sims 3 Exchange will sometimes say, oh, you can't download it because you don't have this. But, of course, you can download it from my site. So it does still work. And I'm not quite sure why the Sims 3 site does it sometimes. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so it will still work. But what happens is it replaces the items. And it can often replace it with hideous items that look completely out of place. And that's why I tend... like now I want to do more tailored kind of builds, saying like a build that uses university stuff or uses, I don't know, pet stuff or something like that. Next build I do will probably be one of those kind of things. Maybe I'll use pets or maybe generations or something like that. And I'll do a sort of specific build using an expansion pack. But this one was just kind of use minimal content or minimal stuff packs or whatever. And that's what I did. It actually took, well, I mean, like in total time, it didn't take me long to furnish, but in regards to the size of this house, I guess it did take a little bit of time to furnish, more than I guess I thought it would, really. But it was pretty quick in the end. Of course, only 15-minute video, so it didn't take that long. That's cool. I can't remember if there was something I wanted to talk about in this video. I don't know. I usually have something I want to talk about, but I've just gone blank in it. So anyways, I'll forget about it. Anyways, through that little study area there with the desk, got the bookcase there over on the left of the room, or right, depending which way you're facing, of course. This house is ideally designed for a maximum of 2 Sims, but of course you can entertain some Sims downstairs because there's more seating and the whole barbecue area, the outdoor dining, and all that kind of stuff. So you could entertain a lot of people, but livable, it should only really be for 2 Sims. Unless, of course, you expand the house yourself, which you can totally do. And I always tend to encourage, if you do like renovate this house or change it up in your own way, or even just play with it, send me some screenshots or do a video of the renovation, kind of like do a speed build kind of video of like the renovation and link it to me. I'll check it out. It'll be cool. Because I love seeing what you guys do with my stuff, because it just shows off how different everyone thinks and how different everyone's sort of like sense of design is and all that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting to see what other ideas people come up with. And I just love to see what you guys do with it. So if you do decide to change it up or mess around with it, do let me know. I'd love to see it. It'd be really cool to see it anyways. Yeah, so obviously just finishing off the landscaping now. Just a little bit of terrain painting. I did one small tree out the front. I didn't want to do any giant trees on this lot because it's a small lot and trees would get in the way tremendously. But here is the front. Obviously looking at the house there, here's just the other angle, and you can see that sort of left part of the house is suspended over where the car is. Here's a nice shot looking up so you can see that it is kind of just jutting out, hanging over the car, so your car will remain nice and clean. That makes a difference. There's the back area, the barbecue area, the seating, and the nice long pool. I guess not that long. It's quite a small pool, but it's a decent sized pool for a small house. Some lower angle shots, so you can see that sort of ceiling orange color there, that sort of blood orange color there. There's the kitchen. This was the screenshot that made me think, hang on, that's pretty grey. But that's all right. Yeah, it's all right. She goes all right. Here is the living room upstairs. Got the 2 sofas, a TV, nice orange rug, and an orange wall. Lots of orange, of course. Lots of orange. I do love the color orange. One of my favorites, definitely. There's the study area. You got your guitar for some skill building. The computer, a phone, a bookcase. There is no fire alarm or burglar alarm now that I think about it. There's the master bedroom. I've just remembered that. And we're going into the floor plan screenshots now. So, of course, download link is in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time and have an awesome, awesome day.